How are you all today? Welcome back to day number 8, I believe, of this video diary series. It's officially the 7-day countdown to results day. Exactly 1 week from now, it is A-level results day. I can't even speak. And it's the day we will find out, or most of us find out, if we are getting into uni, what course we are going to be doing, and if we get into uni full stop. Like, otherwise it's clearing or you're out of here for a year. Yeah, it's pretty nerve-wracking, and I am super nervous, mostly because I'm moving to a whole different city. So even if I wanted to resit in the autumn exams and resit in the same school, obviously because the same teachers, it would just be easier to stay in the same school. I can't because I'm in another city. I'm moving to Birmingham straight after results day, and that's not good. For those of you who don't know, I have applied for BSc Psychology, which is a 3-year course. It's just a regular psychology course, no placement, no year in industry, no year abroad, and that's my first choice. For that I need an AAB because I got a reduced offer because of my application, but initially it was 3 A's to get in. My second choice is human neuroscience, which is also a BSc. There's no placement year or anything like that. It's just 3-year course in human neuroscience, and that is that's 3 A's to get in, and that's an insurance. And I know what you're thinking. Usually they say keep your insurance grades lower than your first choice option, just in case you don't get into your first, you get into your insurance. And I know it's stupid to keep 3 A's instead of an AAB, like as in how I chose my choices. There we go. As in how I chose my choices, I put like the lower grade as my firm and then the higher grade as my insurance, but I didn't do that light-handedly, don't worry. So pretty much with psychology it's a lot stricter to get into, so you definitely need an AAB or above. Like, there's pretty much no negotiation on that. However, human neuroscience, insider knowledge here, on the open days and the actual professors like who select students and the examining bodies and stuff in the specific uni I'm trying to get into, I'm not going to mention it right now because I don't want to jinx it, and I also just don't want to mention it at this current point, but obviously you will see it in uni videos hopefully, where I am studying at. Both my insurance and my firm are in the same uni, so I'm pretty much set to go through that uni hopefully. So pretty much I chose human neuroscience, which is lower than my firm, as my insurance because speaking to the professors and the examining bodies at the uni on open days and various visits, they told us there's a good leniency rate on the course. So pretty much from the get-go, if you get a place on human neuroscience, because it's a 25-person course. Previously, the year before this, they only took 11 people on. So they were pretty much like, if you got the offer full stop, like a conditional offer full stop, you're already in the shortlist. So they have really high leniency with that. Like they said on the current year students who were freshers that year, which was last year, they said that some of the students didn't get in by a couple grades, like they needed 3 A's, but instead they got an ABB and AAC, one of them got, and an ACC even one of them got as well, and they still let them on. So there's really high leniency with that, and they were really reassuring. Like they were saying on results day, this was pre-corona, they were saying on results day, like even if you don't match the grades you need to get, like 3 A's for human neuroscience, not for psychology, you can email the uni, and the uni would have got back to you because they get your results firsthand, and they kind of give you leniency with that. And pretty much if you got a conditional offer to begin with, you're already on the shortlist, is what they said. Obviously this is my words from the uni, it's not the uni's words themselves. This just came up in conversation, not official conversation. This is completely informal, the way they said it, so don't hold them to that. in case you show up on results and you're like, I got an ACC and they're not letting me and blah blah blah. Don't hold them to that, don't hold me to that. This is just what happened that year. It could be different for this year with the whole 35% deduction thing, so don't hold anyone to this. This is just from previous years, and honestly no one has any predictions for this year because it's just all over the place. 2020, am I right? But yeah, so I am kind of worried if I do get into my insurance as opposed to my first choice. Not because it's something that I don't want to do, like human neuroscience is what I want to go into career-wise in the future. But the reason I didn't choose it as my firm choice is because it wasn't accredited by the BPS, the British Psychological Society, which is who I want to work with in the future. And they said that if you want a career with them, to kick things off, you need an undergraduate career that's accredited by them. So I pretty much had to take psychology as opposed to human neuroscience. So I have a whole career pathway plan set out specifically from psychology as an undergraduate. I have no plan with human neuroscience, so I'm kind of just all over the place about that if I do get into that as opposed to psychology. So that should be fun. But I heard that, I know that the uni is really good when it comes to, when you're actually a student there, and even before, they're really good. But when you're actually a student there, they actually help you with future careers and helping you decide what to go into and what your degree would be good for, and just opening up a bunch of pathways specifically to you and your degree and your strengths, and just with your qualifications in mind, and that's super helpful. So even though I'm stuck in human neuroscience, if I was stuck in human neuroscience and nothing else, I know that there'd be someone to act as a safety net to help me, which is amazing. But yeah, aside from all that countdown stuff to results day 2020, it's just really weird to not be considered a secondary school sixth form student anymore. I went to sixth form, not college, but it's just really weird not to be considered in school. I stayed in the same school for 7 years. I didn't switch during GCSEs or during sixth form. I just stayed there from year 7 to year 13, and it's super weird. And now I'm not even staying local, I'm moving to a whole different city 3 hours away. It's really weird. But other than that, the whole nervousness and just being kind of out of place and in this kind of limbo at the moment, it should be okay. I'm kind of looking forward to not being in this whole limbo zone, just knowing where my future is heading and knowing some things are certain in place, and just feeling part of something again. I was feeling part of my old school. I always felt part of my old school, and now it's just well, I'm not part of them anymore because we've left, but I'm also not part of anything right now because I don't know if I've got into uni. So it's really weird. But aside from all that, today has been good too. I went Southend with my family. We had a nice day at the beach, at the arcades, stayed there till really late. I only got home about an hour ago, really late. Yeah, my mood tracker for today is 3.5 out of 5. It's been pretty average, it's been okay, but yeah, that's about it. Nothing too much today. I know it's not that much, but it still is a 9.5 minute video, but hopefully there was some information in this video that you didn't previously know. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great morning, evening or night, and good night.